guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be Vlogmas Day 8. It's Vlogmas Day 8. So excited for Vlogmas Day 8. I'm really excited for this video. As you can see by the title, we're going to be reacting to the 22 books that I want to read in 2022 video that I did at the beginning of the year this year. We're going to see how many of these books I actually got to, if I got to any of them. Some books that might carry over to my 23 books that I want to read in 2023, which is going to be coming very soon. So we are going to watch this video. I haven't watched this video since I filmed it and edited it and uploaded it, so I have no idea what's on this list. So we're going to watch this and see what this video has in store because I have no idea. I kind of miss this intro song a little bit. Am I gonna, should I go back to it?
Welcome back to my channel.
Oh, this was when, oh, hang on.
Kristen, it is nice to have you here.
I have so much energy, first of all. This is when I had a couple weeks where my Adobe was acting up, and every time I exported, it like did this weird greeny filter on my videos. And I just kind of like had to go with it because I didn't know how to fix it, and I spent like hours editing this video, and I couldn't scrap it and edit it in a different format. So I'm sorry for the fact that this video is like green. I finally figured it out, but at this point I had no idea. I also used to film facing my bed, which is crazy because now I have all these bookshelves. You can see behind me I have 2 bookshelves over there. That's what I started with at the beginning of this year, and now I have this entire wall. If you want to see the entirety of my bookshelves, I will leave my Building My Dream Library video below, which we're going to be adding to said dream library next year. We're going to be adding to it next year in 2023. I'm very excited to finally have all Billy bookcases, because right now I have 2 Target and 1 Walmart over there, and it drives me nuts because they're shorter than everything else. Anyway, let's get back into this.
And if you're back for another video, hi, welcome back.
I had so much energy.
If you watched my last video, which was my top 10 books of the year of 2021, yes, I did just change my t-shirt and continue to film today.
As you should.
Today we're going to go through 22 books I want to get to in 2022. That's what this is. You see this all behind me?
There's a lot of books behind me.
Go away because this is the 22 books I want to get to in 2022. So let's go ahead and get started. I should probably just move them here. Why are they way over there? Okay, we're gonna have to make this video snappy. We're gonna have to do it fast because I'm gonna lose light very soon. And I
don't have any light right now.
Better than the light.
That's why I'm using ring lights. See, I don't like using my ring light.
Book, I'm just gonna. There's no order. They're next to me.
Also, pause. If you watched. Sorry, my husband had to call me and tell me that there is a possibility that we might get some snow right before Christmas, which is super exciting. We don't get snow here in South Carolina very often. What I was going to say is this makeup look, I usually don't do stuff like this, but I did a chit chat get ready with me, which should be tomorrow's video, so you can look forward to me wearing the same outfit in that. I didn't even change shirts like I tried to here. I didn't even change shirts. I'm just wearing the same shirt, same makeup look. So let's continue on with the video. Sorry, I get sidetracked. Book I want to get to in 2022, which was actually a series that I want to read. There's a lot of series in here. Is A Court of Thorns. I did start this. I read the first 2 books.
I just bought this the other day. You'll see this again in a haul. A Court of Thorns and Roses. I don't know much about this. I know it's fantasy, and that's about it.
It's a good series.
So I know everyone loves this. So
the first book's hard to get through, though.
We shall get to A Court of Thorns and Roses this year. We shall also get to
Nope.
These Violent Delights. Do I know anything about this? No, this is going to be a general consensus of all these books. I know nothing about any of them, for the most part. These Violet Delights, I really want to get into more, like, fantasy this year.
I did.
So, I, like, binge bought a bunch of fantasy books.
Shouldn't have done that.
Some are over there that are not on this list, but these Violet Delights.
Didn't read it.
TikTok really be getting me. Next is The Invisible Life of Addie
either.
LaRue. I know, everyone's already read this, but I want to read it. So, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I kind of know something about this. This is, like, she's, like, immortal, and no one can remember her other than, like, the day they meet her. So, like, the next day they don't remember her until one guy finally does. Is that correct?
I think you're right. I don't know. I don't know.
Yes, I'm correct.
Okay.
So The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. How beautiful is this?
It's so beautiful.
Exclusive.
I still love that cover.
Gorgeous. The next series I'm gonna read is
Didn't start this either.
This is
okay. So I decided that I wanted to finish ACOTAR before I jumped into another big series like From Blood and Ash, or I really want to read the Zodiac Academy series. So I'm gonna finish ACOTAR before I start anything else. But I think From Blood and Ash or Zodiac Academy is going to be my next, like, big fantasy read. I am reading Crave now, but they're, like, very different, ACOTAR and Crave, so I feel like I can keep them separate. But I'm so worried about reading a new fantasy book and reading 2 fantasy books at the same time and them having similar lores and getting confused. So maybe we'll get to From Blood and Ash in 2023, but I did not read this year.
Fantasy romance.
I guess.
Sure. I could be wrong. What's the blurb say?
What's the blurb say?
A maiden, a duty, a kingdom. Sexy, addictive, and unexpected fantasy. Perfect for fans of Sarah J. Maas. And okay, perfect. So if I like this, I'll probably like this. And if I like this, I'll probably like this.
I like ACOTAR, so hopefully I like From Blood and Ash.
From Blood and Ash. I'm so excited about this. I'll probably try to read this pretty soon. I think that's going to be, like, the first one of all of these.
It was not.
Fantasy, like, as far as fantasy books go, I think that's, like, top of my list.
Sure.
Next is...
I did start this series.
The Addicted / Calloway Sisters series. I know this is, like, 10 books long. I still want to read it all. This is high priority for this month, so I should be reading this month.
I did not read that in January. I did read Addicted to You and Ricochet, which is the first 2 books in the Addicted series, but it was later in the year when we started that series. Me and Paige both started at the same time. I feel like she's gonna leave me and I'm gonna have to finish that series by myself because she's not as into it as I am, but they say the first 2 books are slow, so hopefully book 3 she still hasn't finished Ricochet, so I'm gonna have to get on her about that. I'm fine with finishing it by myself, but Paige, you at least I know you're watching this video, I know you are. You at least have to read the 3rd book. And if you still don't like it by the 3rd book, I'll finish the series by myself. But I did not read this in January.
So, this. Yes. This. High priority. I'm so excited. That's romance.
I should start doing my hair like this again. It's really cute.
We just have Mariana Zapata. As much Mariana Zapata as I can fit into this year, I want to
didn't read a single Mariana Zapata book this year. That makes me sad. I finally got the first, so I've been putting it off because I want to read the first Mariana Zapata book, but also Paige wants to read them with me. So we have to read Underlock first, and we both have it now, I think. So maybe we will read that in January. Maybe. We'll see. So I need to put a Mariana Zapata book on my list because I loved The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. Loved that book. So definitely want to read some in 2023 this year. I didn't read any in 2022.
That I currently have. I need to buy Underlock because that's the first book. I'm going to have to read that first. But all the Mariana Zapata I can fit into a year. I want to fit into a year.
I did read this. Love and Other Words is one of my favorite books this year. I love Love and Other Words. Oh my god, it's such a good book. Such a good book. It's friends to lovers. has like, it flip-flops back and forth between when they were kids and now, and kind of like how their friendship fell apart. It has a lot of twists and turns. Such a good book. Check some trigger warnings, there are some, but that book is so good.
Growing up on TikTok, I'm very behind, but Love in Other Words, I really want to get to this. I don't know much about it, because I like going into books blind.
That's the best thing to do, is to go into books blind.
So, Love in Other Words by Kristen and Lauren, also by Kristen and Lauren. The Soulmate Equation.
I didn't read this.
How freaking beautiful is this book?
It is signed.
I didn't know that.
I got it at Books A Million signed.
It's signed. This is about a single mother who becomes an experimental, not like an experiment, but she becomes like a test person for this new dating app where they like match your DNA with somebody, and she matches with the like creator of the app. So that's what
I
this
really
is
need
about.
to read that. I've had it for a really long time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next we have, this is a high priority for this month. I really want to get through this in January.
The Fine Print. I love that book.
By Lauren Asher. Also by Lauren Asher, which I don't have with me, is the Dirty Year series, like the entire Dirty Year series.
I did buy Throttled. Okay, first of all, The Fine Print. One of my favorite books of the year. It's definitely going to be on my top 12 books of 2022. I love The Fine Print so much. Rowan Kane is literally one of my favorite book boyfriends. The Fine Print takes place in a theme park that is very similar to Disney. So there's a lot of like Disney callbacks, which I love because I love Disney. The Fine Print, such a good book. Love it, love it, love it. I have not started the Dirty Air series. I do have Throttled. I bought it. So it is one of the books that I definitely want to get to in 2023. I really want to read the rest of those. The third book in the Dreamland Billionaire series comes out in January of this coming year. So we will probably be reading that very early in 2023. I think it comes out in January. I might be wrong. But it comes out very early 2023. I read the second book as well in the Dreamland Billionaire series, which is Terms and Conditions, which I also loved so much. I love Lauren Asher. Anyway, continue talking, Kristen.
So I'm just gonna kind of group that with this. The Fine Print, this is basically like Disney World meets romance book. Please. If you know me, please. This is like a dream come true for me as far as books go. I cannot wait to read this. This is probably going to be the next book I read. After I finish, well, not the next book I read, because I'm currently reading The Goal, and then I'm going to read The Legacy, and then I'm going to read this. Or I'm going to read Addicted to You. I don't know. I'm going to get to this in January.
I don't remember when I read this, but I read it early.
I'm going to do it. The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. And then we have Departure by Beth O'Leary.
This has been on so many. This is not a flattering. This is freeze frame. This has been on so many TBRs. And Paige started it, and she doesn't like it. So I haven't started it because she said the writing's really weird. It's really like choppy and kind of short formed. I need to quit playing with this. Sorry if you've heard a bunch of clicking. That was that. I think that we're going to try to watch the show and then decide if we want to try to read the book. But if not, I think we're both going to just kind of sell it on Pongo Books or something, because I don't want to, if I don't like it, then I don't want to keep it. So there's a couple books that I want to unhaul this year. Not many, but some that I want to unhaul. But
I feel like this,
I don't think I'm going to be reading
had a little bit of buzz,
Fletcher.
and then it kind of died out. It's like a guy and a girl, and they share a flat, which is an apartment. They share a flat but they like work opposite shifts, so they like never see each other, but they like leave notes for each other.
I guess
so
that's the
basis
of that book. I don't know.
We also have Credence, Punk 57, some Penelope Douglas. I've never read.
I still haven't read a Penelope Douglas book. I haven't read Punk 57 or Credence. Punk 57 was on my October TBR, and then I didn't read it. So I really need to read a Penelope Douglas book. I really want to get Birthday Girl 2. I've heard that one's very good. So Penelope Douglas is definitely an author that I want to check out in 2023. When I made this video, 3 of the authors that I read the most this year, which I will tell you about them in another video that is coming very soon. I'm very excited about that video. But 3 of the authors that I read the most this year, I didn't even like know anything about their books. I had never read any of their books, and now they're like my 3 favorite authors. But I can't wait to tell you about my top authors this year. I can't wait to film that video.
Penelope Douglas. I know, I'm sorry, that truck is probably really loud. I just picked this up at my Barnes & Noble, which I was like, we have Penelope Douglas at our Barnes & Noble, because these are supposed to be very smutty. Very smutty.
My Barnes & Noble doesn't have anything.
So, I'm very excited about some Penelope Douglas. What are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is 12. We have 10 more after this one. Okay, you're not, do you know what this is? Can you guess what this is without seeing the spine? Leave your guesses below. Do it right now. Oh, wait. It's Harry Potter. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I'm currently, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I'm currently reading this. I am almost done with it. I want to read as much of the Harry Potter series as I can. I know I'm late to the game. Leave me alone.
I read that book. I finished that book and haven't picked up another Harry Potter. I picked up another Harry Potter book. I read the first like 60 or 70 pages of the second book, and I haven't read any since. I really need to finish the Harry Potter series. I really want to read them all. I only have the illustrated version of the second book, so it's a lot harder because it's so big. Maybe I'll try to finish that up towards the beginning of 2023 and then try to read some Harry Potter throughout the year. Like I said, I'm very late to the game. I've never read the Harry Potter books. I've only seen some of the movies. So I am going to try to get through some of those in 2023, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. There are other things I'd rather read than Harry Potter, unfortunately.
I'm sorry. Leave me alone. And then we have number 13, which is the Romance Book Club. This just sounds cute. This is like cutesy read. I feel like when I'm filling up for that kind of like Hallmarky, I feel like this is gonna be Hallmarky, with like a little bit of a twist. So
I must have been sick when I filmed
I'm up
this.
for like that kind of thing,
I'm also
gonna
sick
pick
now.
this up.
I didn't read that.
Next we have
I didn't read this
Inheritance
either.
Games.
Oh my god.
I know there's a third one coming out, so I would love to read. I'm not sure when it comes out, so don't ask me.
Google it.
Inheritance Games and the Hawthorne Legacy. I do not currently have the Hawthorne Legacy because I can't find it in freaking paperback.
I don't think
that drives me nuts.
I don't think at the time they made it in paperback. I think it was one of those things where it came out in hardback and then like a year later it came out in paperback. So I think it's available in paperback now, but I still haven't started the series. So I'm going to wait. There's a hair. I'm going to wait until I read the first book in this series before I read the rest, like before I buy the rest. I'm going to be smart about it. So, but I didn't read this.
When they first come out with the book, they only carry it in hardback. And this one's in paperback. Therefore, I need the other one in paperback, not in freaking hardback. I don't know what this is about, but I'm going to read it. Next, we have The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Like I said, I know I'm behind. I know everybody's already read these. You don't have to tell me.
I didn't read it. I didn't read this. And I need to read it because I think they're making a movie or a TV show about it. So I need to read this. But I didn't read it.
But I'm excited to read my first Taylor Jenkins Reid book because I know people absolutely love her.
I did read a Taylor Jenkins Reid book this year, and it was Malibu Rising, and I DNF'd it. Sorry. I didn't like it at all. It was very boring to me. So I DNF'd it. Sorry. I don't know. I don't know if all her books are going to be like that for me. I don't think they are. I feel like a lot of people don't like Malibu Rising. A lot of people love it though, so just my opinion, I did not like Malibu Rise. We'll see. Hopefully I can get to another Taylor Jenkins Reid book.
An iconic like Hollywood icon, and she's doing like an interview. I think it's in like interview format, kind of. Maybe not.
Maybe not. I don't know.
I know it's like she's doing an interview with a lady about like her life, basically. So I'm excited to read that. Y'all can't laugh at me. Y'all can't laugh at me. Leave me alone. The Love Hypothesis. I know everyone's read it. Listen, I know everyone's read all of these.
I did read The Love Hypothesis, and I didn't love it. It was in third person, first of all. I don't really like a third person book. There's very few that I actually like, but The Love Hypothesis was not one of them. I didn't hate it. I think I gave it like 3.5 or 4 stars. I think I gave it like 3.5 stars. 3.5. I don't think I gave it 4 stars. It was boring to me. I don't know. I was like bored out of my mind. I didn't really like Olive, is that her name? Olive, our female main character. I didn't really like her. I loved Adam. And toward the end of the book, we got a lot of Adam, so that's when I liked the book. But I didn't like our female main character in this book at all. I got a late start on Book Talk, and then November and December were crazy. This book ruined my reading for November. I hated My Roommate. I hated that book. Did not like it. December, sorry. So I want to read The Love Hypothesis. I know that Allie is coming out with like a ton of books next year, which I'm very excited about. So I need to read this before I do want to read some more of her books though. So The Love Hypothesis. I don't need to tell you about this. You already know what it's about. So don't act like you don't. Next we have The Hating Game. I know. Stop. I didn't read The Hating Game. Emily did. She said it's great. I haven't watched the movie either, which has Lucy Hale, who I love. I love Lucy Hale. So I really want to watch the movie, but people said the movie wasn't that good. But I do want to read the book. I need to read the book. I didn't read the book. I don't know. The Hating Game. I want to read this before I watch the movie. I hate this little bitty thing. I don't know why I bought it. It's tiny. Yeah, I don't like it. It's so small. I'm excited to read this. I know people either like really love this book, like it's their favorite book they've ever read, or they really hate this book. So I hope I like it. The Hating Game. Next we have the Briar series. All of them. I usually like breeze through these. I didn't read a single one. I did finish the off-campus series, so I think I finished The Goal and The Legacy in 2022, but I didn't read any of the Briar books. Sorry. I do have them. They're still up there. Maybe I'll read some in 2023. I don't know. I've been on a Maren Moore kick for my hockey romance. I love Maren Moore's books. Some of Maren's books are definitely above the off-campus series for me. So if you want some still really good hockey romance that isn't the off-campus or the Briar series, check out Maren Moore. Seriously, her books are so good. So yeah, all of them. I want to read all of them. I'm sure you did. Let's just go ahead and get that done. And then we have the Crave series. I know that I love Crave. I have only read Crave. I just recently read it in October. I need to get to that next book soon. I gotta go get it. I might do that today. Do I want to go buy that book today? I might go buy that book today. I loved Crave. I love Crave. I'm so obsessed with that book. I can't wait to finish that series. It's like, it captivated me the moment I picked up that book. Like, literally, first chapter, I was interested. And then the twists and turns that that book has, oh my god. Y'all, if you like fantasy, if you like vampires, if you like that kind of thing, it's very like Twilight meets Hogwarts. Love it. I love that book. Please go read Crave. Seriously, it's YA, so you might think you aren't gonna like it, but trust me, it's so good. I love that book. 2 more books coming out this year. 2. This woman is a writing machine. I don't understand how she does it. Because this came out in 2020. And then, so these came out within the last year. She writes so many books. It's insane. I think there's 5 of them now. 5 books in 3 years. She's a freaking writing machine.
So I want to read
Yeah.
the Crave series.
Insane.
I was really surprised with how new these books were. So I'm super excited to
So
read
good.
Tracy's work. Okay, so number 20 is after.
I didn't know if this was gonna be on here. I love the After series. If y'all don't know, I love the After series so much. I love that series so much. I've read all of the main After books. So I've read After We Collided, After We Fell, and After Ever Happy. I've read all 4 of those. They're all like so good. I read the After graphic novel, and Kyra's very upset. I read the After graphic novel. I'm sorry if you can hear her very upset. I read the After graphic novel because I was like, this is less of a commitment. It's smaller. Maybe we can get a vibe of what's going on in this book without committing to the 500 and something page first After book. Because I had never watched any of the movies. I read the books first before I ever watched the movies. I read the graphic novel, which is only like the first half of the first After book. So I'm guessing there's going to be more graphic novels, which I'm very excited about. I hope there are more graphic novels. So I read it, loved it, immediately jumped into the first After book, talked Paige into reading it with me, and then we read the rest of the series together, and we were both so obsessed with the series. Had us in a chokehold. I was like doing nothing but reading these books. And we read all of them before the final After movie came out in theaters, and then we went to go see it in theaters at the same time. I love this series. I'm so glad I picked it up forever ago because it was on sale at my Books A Million. I love this series so much.
I'd really like to get to these. I have all but one of these.
You can hear my kids running
One
downstairs.
of those people where I'm sorry if you can hear my daughter running around downstairs. I'm one of those people where I'm like, I really want to watch this movie, but I want to read the book first.
I'm so glad I read the book first.
That's kind of what this is. I'd love to watch the movie, but I want to read the book first. So we're going to try to get to the After series.
I feel like it was one of the things, After was one of the books that I was like least sure about wanting to read, and then it ended up being one of my favorite series, like probably my favorite actual series that I read this year.
And then we're going to go Red Queen.
I didn't read Red Queen. It's another thing where I don't want to start another series until I like get a series done. So maybe like it'll be my After Crave series because I think it's also YA. So I know Emily wants me to read this series so bad. It's like her favorite series. But I don't. So maybe it'll be after I finish Crave, I'll do Red Queen. Hold me to that, Emily.
Emily, I'm doing this for you.
I still haven't done it for you, Emily. I'm so sorry.
This is a pretty high priority for the year. I like to get through this in the first like quarter of the year. I'd like to read this, and then see how many I can get through in the series. So Red Queen, and then last we have basically as many Coho books as I can get through, but especially
I read 3 Coho books this year. I read 3 Colleen Hoover books this year. I did read one of these. I read I did read Finding Cinderella. I have not read All Your Perfects or Finding Perfect because Paige said it's going to make me cry, and I had a couple hard months where I was like, I don't want to be sad. I don't want to read a book that is sad. So I haven't read it yet. We'll get to it at the beginning of the year, but I did read the new It Starts With This book, and I did read Heart Bones. Those are the only Colleen Hoover books that I read this year. Is that right? I'm sitting back here looking at them. I think that's right. Yeah, I only read those. So not that many Coho books. I didn't get to that many.
Especially Finding Cinderella, Finding Perfect, and All Your Perfects, so that I can complete my journey of Hopeless to All Your Perfects this series. I really to read these, which will definitely happen. These will be read this year.
I love that I was so sure. Wow. They were not. I was so sure. I was positive. I said they are going to be read. They were not. I think I did read Finding Cinderella very early, and then I just didn't want to read anything sad. So
these will probably be reread.
I didn't finish these. That's so funny.
To be honest. So I'm very excited. Sorry if the camera changed. That's everything I want to try. Well, that's 22 books that I want. 22 books. It's stretching a little bit because I'm summer series. 22 books that I want to read in 2022. I'm excited. I'm so excited for reading in 2022.
I still am.
My kids are so loud.
They're still loud.
Y'all, my kids are so loud. But they're having fun. They're running around down there. So that's 22 books that I want to read in 2022. I'm very excited. I can't wait to read all of these and tell you what I think about them.
Okay, so that's pretty much all of it. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like and make sure to subscribe to this channel because I am posting every weekday in the month of December for Vlogmas. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and also make sure to follow me on Goodreads so you can keep up with what I am reading. This was so interesting to do. Please let me know if you liked this because this was very fun to go back and watch, like what I was so sure I was going to read this year, and the fact that I only read maybe 15% of it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.